Hey everybody, Ian here from Easy Genie, and I thought I'd talk a little bit about Irish heritage as it is St. Patrick's Day weekend here in Boston. The big parade is tomorrow in South Boston. This is a book I'm reading by a retired university professor named Charles M. Carletta, and he did a fantastic history of his Irish roots in County Meath, Ireland, and their emigration to northern New York. It's called For the Grass of a Cow. But I wanted to draw attention to a section of the book that really applies to anyone with Irish ancestors who were Catholic, which is practically everybody who has Irish ancestry, regardless of what part of Ireland that they were from. And this section of the book talks about the persecution of Catholics starting in 1698 by law. And basically, the government of England, which controlled Ireland at the time, they created a series of laws that made it illegal to practice the Catholic faith, and it limited Catholic people in many, many other ways as well, which basically made poor and suffering people even poorer, even more resentful, and all kinds of other effects, including just the ability to worship the way that you wanted to. So this chapter talks about how Catholic priests, first of all, there was only a very limited way that they could even exist in Ireland, and if they were caught basically conducting Mass, they would be exiled, transported to other parts of the world, chiefly North America at the time. But also, if they tried to come back, they would be drawn and quartered. That means literally tying ropes to each one of their limbs with to horses and then pulling their bodies apart. It's very, very horrible. And of course, this created a climate of fear and persecution. There were people running around the country called priest hunters. I'm reading from an excerpt here. The wretched mud-walled thatched chapels, of which the Irish Catholics were then glad to have the use of, were leveled or closed. In cities and towns, the Catholic clergy were concealed in garrets or cellars, and in the country districts, they were hid in the unfrequented caves in the lonely woods and the ever-welcome homes of the poor Irish peasant. These laws were repealed starting late in the 1700s, and then in the 1800s there was some more freedom for Irish Catholics to go to Mass, for priests to preach to their flocks, but for a long time it was pretty bad. Again, this book is called For the Grass of a Cow: Marion Tierney's Irish Ancestors from County Meath to St. Lawrence County, New York, 1820 to 1999, by Charles M. Carletta.